What is up tonight, YouTube? So tonight is a little bit of story time and a little bit of unboxing. So let's start with the story time before we get into the box. So I recently went on a vacation to LA, and while that sounds kind of cool, I was there for a total of 36 hours, and I was on a total of 18 hours of planes to do it, so it really didn't make much sense, but it's okay. So the reason I went out is my dad is a big Chargers fan. I used to be for a very long time, and when I grew up, I just didn't have time to keep track of it anymore. He still watches the games, he still loves it, and my brother lives in LA. So we decided to fly out. We ended up staying in Inglewood, and it's definitely a lot different than the East Coast, and I'm going to share some stories about that. So the first night we landed, because in the East Coast we're 3 hours ahead, we time traveled 3 hours backwards. So towards the end of the night, my dad was really exhausted because we had been up for about 18 hours with the time going back, and I really wasn't. So he decided to go to bed. We were sharing a hotel room, so I decided to take a walk, and I walk a mile away from the hotel because I saw a sign for a casino. Now, I don't gamble, but I also don't know much, and I know LA can be a little dangerous, but I've been through a lot of ghettos, so I'm not really too concerned. And I get to this sign for this casino, and the casino is nowhere in sight. I look it up, it's another 3 miles away, actually 2.2, but I have to pee now, so I decide I'll keep walking in that direction, and if I find a place to pee, I'll turn around, I'll go back to the hotel, depending on how I feel. Walk another half mile, and I find a gas station, they tell me no bathroom. Walk another half mile past that, they tell me no bathroom. Walk another half mile past that, now I'm 2.5 miles away from my hotel room, and this last place, the guy hops the counter and yells at me that I can't use the public restroom. Okay, that's fine, sir. So I leave, and I'm walking back, and I get about a mile away from the hotel, and I have to pee. So I see this abandoned laundromat with a couple of abandoned cars out front. Thing has been abandoned probably since the 60s. That's what it about looked like. And I sneak into this corner, and I go to take a pee, and an intercom goes off, and I'm told by the guy in the intercom that the police have been called because the sketchy guy in between the cars looks sketchy, so they're on their way. And I quickly finish, and I quickly skedaddle out of there. And a few blocks down the road, a couple of cops pull up to me, and they look at me. And across the street is like 6 more cruisers doing their job. And they look at me, and they look across the street, and they just shoot across the street. And I just kept going about my day. So that's how I almost got arrested in Inglewood. Now, I will say, there is a bunch of skate spots there. I do wish I could have brought my board, but I couldn't. I could have, but it would have been a lot more money to do so. But I will say, Inglewood, it's kind of a gross place. And I know that might sound terrible, but I've been through a bunch of ghettos. I've lived in the ghettos in my area, and I've walked through a bunch of ghettos in other areas, anywhere from New York to Philadelphia to Virginia and places like that. So that place honestly just smells like human feces and pee. And that is for a reason. So kind of a place I can't say that I would like to spend the same amount of money I spent going back there again. But hey, I actually ended up walking around a total about 5 or 6 miles through Inglewood. So it was kind of interesting. And the place just is, it's weird. At 8 o'clock at night, everybody goes in their house and locks the doors. So I was one of like, even the homeless. Homeless disappear once it gets dark. So besides like 1 or 2 sleeping on the streets, I was one of the few who was actually out moving around. So while the 2 nights we were there, my dad wanted to go to bed early, I just walked around. So I walked a few miles to get in and out, which it's not bad. Just decided I had to. But let's get into this unboxing. So I'm going to be using the knife that my uncle made me some years ago. This box is from the Handboard World Tour. At least I'm going to assume it is. So while I did not place in the top 3, I placed in the top 10. And I guess that comes with the prize anyway. So yes, it does. So it starts with a little bag with a G on it. I'm guessing that stands for Genesis. Let's see what's in this bag. Dropping things. Okay, so this is a file for foam grip. I may have to try out some foam grip because I don't use foam grip like ever. But I got a couple of Genesis stickers that are now covered in sawdust because I dropped them. A couple of Silent stickers. A couple of Handboard Warehouse stickers, which this is all awesome. Like I said, I didn't think this was coming. So yeah, here is the foam grip. Didn't expect any of this, so this is super dope. This is kind of funny to have this sent to me, but you know what? Maybe I'll find someone to give this to, because as you guys know, I ride for that company. Ooh. This might be something really good. Might be. So this is Silent Handboards. So I don't know really anything about them. I just, because the community pages just started seeing them, I guess I'm not on the up and up. But, ooh, this is nice graphics, and that's a nice tool. I know, I'm not showing you guys, I'm just talking, but check this out. So, this is actual, like, this is plastic. And the wheels are plastic, too, which is very, very interesting. But it's like a very durable, thick plastic. Not to say hand skates aren't incredibly durable and thick, but this just feels thicker. So I don't know how I'll ride. Now, I can ride these probably for a little bit, but remember, I ride for this company, so I can't dedicate to anything but this, which I'm cool with. But I want to see. This one feels like a special thing. Because it might be something I've never got to use. Which, if you're in the handboard community, you might find weird, but you have to remember, I ride for hand skates. Well, I wasn't trying to tear the whole thing, but I did. Oh my god, it is. So this is an actual wooden one. And I've never ridden or ever had the chance to ride a wooden one. So this is a very interesting shape too. You know, it's a lot wider than a hand skate. So I have to see if I even have any trucks to fit this. But this feels really good, and I really want to give a shout out to, I don't quite know who runs Silent Handboards, so whoever runs that, please, please understand I am so, so thankful. Reno at Genesis, I'm very, very thankful. In Zyler at Handskate, the guys from Handboard Warehouse, Squeeze and thanks, and that. I am so stoked for just being able to be a part of this. And I hope you guys did enjoy the video. I do hope to be back very soon, making something for my own contest for the handboarding community. Have a great day, guys, and keep pushing forward.